We have some great news on the issue of marijuana policy. There's a new bipartisan bill proposed called the Carers Act, introduced by Senators Cory Booker, Rand Paul, and Kirsten Gillibrand. And it would do the following, quote, reform the current restrictions on funding marijuana research. It would allow patients to cross state lines with certain strains of cannabis known as cannabidiol or CBD oils that have been used to treat children's seizures. It would allow states to set their own laws on marijuana and give veterans access to cannabis by permitting Department of Veterans Affairs doctors to recommend that treatment. It would curb the practice of cash-only marijuana dispensaries by giving pot businesses legal access to banks, and most remarkably, it would, for the first time, change the original marijuana law that has put a chokehold on marijuana progress, moving its designation from Schedule 1 to Schedule 2. So according to the current categorization, there's no use for marijuana whatsoever, no medicinal use, and not even a possible medicinal use, and you can't even research it. But they're now trying to change that, and we're taking baby steps here. This isn't, one giant leap to legalization where you legalize, tax, and regulate. No, they're saying, okay, let's legalize medical marijuana and change it from a Schedule 1 drug to a Schedule 2 drug. So I actually really like this proposal because as much as I would like to live in a country where we can do this giant step of legalize, tax, and regulate tomorrow, let's go, that's not going to get through Congress. We know that's not going to get through Congress. And we know that if anything has a higher percentage chance, it's this. It's baby steps. It's doing something like this first. So here's the most incredible part of the story. As Senator Gillibrand was announcing this new policy, quote, a 4-year-old child named Morgan had a small seizure in the audience. Morgan has seizures so severe that she can't sit, stand, or crawl independently. She can't speak. She's been hospitalized numerous times and has never gone more than 4 weeks without a serious seizure. That's so symbolic of how behind the times this Congress is. So they invite people who would, benefit from this law. And this poor little girl in the audience starts to seizure because this is why she needs the CBD oil. And that's such a compelling and important moment, right? Because it shows you that all these guys, they're suits and ties and they take themselves really seriously and they represent the establishment. They're so monumentally out of touch with normal people because the media usually does a shitty job with stuff, but they've been reporting on this issue for a while now. The problem with kids that have seizures and they're uncontrollable and benzos don't work to stop them and other drugs don't work to stop them. So they've been reporting on this, and apparently the people in Washington either haven't seen the reports or they see the reports and they go, meh, who cares? It's not affecting me directly, so I'm not going to try to change this, and I'm going to vote against it if something comes up. Well, now you see it right in front of your fucking face, man. Now you see a poor little adorable 4-year-old girl lock up and seize in front of you, and we know what cures that. What cures that is something that you've made illegal, and you arrogantly sit there and arbitrarily say, no, I'm against this. Why? Because whatever, in previous generations decided that marijuana should be against the law and has no medicinal uses, so I'm just going to operate off of the momentum of that previous time and say, whatever, I don't care. No, the whole point of people in Congress being there is, all right, wakey, address problems, substantive problems that your constituents feel, that the people of the United States of America feel. And this is one that's so obvious, it's right in front of our faces, and we know what the fix is, but still, up to this point, nothing. Because they're too busy taking lobbyist money and sucking off Walmart and ExxonMobil and Wall Street, and they can't get to fixing any serious problems. Well, now, finally, we have an opportunity. Thanks to Cory Booker, Rand Paul, and Kirsten Gillibrand. Are they going to take it up? If they don't take it up, if they vote against this or they don't allow a vote on it or whatever, I'm going to fucking rage out, man.